James, are you still at that family dinner? Just checking since it's getting dark out and the house feels so quiet without Margaret.
Just finishing up. The relatives wanted to talk about arrangements and stuff.
I should tell you about her final moments then. You deserve to know that Margaret wasn't in any pain at the end. Dr. Wilson said she went very peacefully in her sleep, right here in our living room where she loved to sit. The hospice nurse mentioned it was one of the most peaceful passings she'd seen in her 20 years of work.
Good to know it wasn't difficult for her in the end.
That's all you have to say about your mother passing?
Well, speaking of the living room, we should probably start thinking about what to do with her things. That spare bedroom could be useful.
I can't believe you're already thinking about that. You sound exhausted, James. Are you really doing okay? I know family gatherings can be overwhelming, especially at times like this.
Do I? Maybe I am.
You're giving such brief responses. I thought you'd be more affected by all this. She was your mother after all.
I just feel uncertain about what comes next.
That uncertainty. I feel it too.
What do you mean?
James, please be honest with me. Are you actually grieving?
Look, I'm with the family right now. They're all sharing stories about Mom. I'm more concerned about you being alone in that big house. Want to talk about it?
No, it's fine.
I can tell something's off, but we can discuss it later. These relatives need my attention right now.
Right, sorry for interrupting.
Don't worry about it. I'll sort through some of her things before you get back home. Might make things easier on you.
Sure, whatever you think is best. James, we need to talk when you have a moment.
Is everything all right? Did something happen at the funeral home? You're worrying me.
Nothing like that. I've been sitting here in Margaret's favorite armchair, thinking about these past 10 years. I need to thank you for letting me care for her. These walls hold so many precious memories.
You don't need to thank me. Where is this coming from?
You couldn't have found anyone who would have loved her more. She told me so many stories about you growing up, showed me all your childhood photos. I'm grateful I could be there with her at the end.
Well, that's nice. Glad that's settled.
Actually, there's something else we need to discuss.
What is it?
I want a divorce.
What? A divorce? Where is this coming from? After everything?
Let's be honest, you don't need me anymore, do you?
Need you? What are you talking about?
You married me because you needed someone to take care of your mother. Now that she's gone, there's no reason to keep up this charade.
I don't understand.
Really? We barely spoke these past 10 years. I spent every day with your mother while you were, wherever you were. Was I just a convenient solution?
You can't be serious right now.
I never tried to hide it, but I guess you never paid enough attention to notice. Now that Margaret's gone, you don't need a live-in caretaker anymore. It's better if you just leave.
I need to process this.
Answer me honestly, was I just Margaret's caretaker to you?
Yes, that's all you were.
Did you ever love me, even a little?
Not really. Sorry if you thought otherwise. Figured it was obvious.
I see. So this is goodbye, then.
You're taking this surprisingly well.
What's the point in fighting for someone who never loved me? I won't beg for affection that was never there.
That makes things easier. Just checking. Will you be okay on your own?
Why would you suddenly care now?
I don't really, but you've been out of work for years. That's going to look bad on applications.
I'll manage somehow.
If you say so.
I have years of caregiving experience now. Some facility will hire me.
Mom did give you good job experience, I guess. Worked out for everyone.
At least you can admit the arrangement benefited you.
10 years is a long investment if it didn't pay off.
Yes, 10 years. Though she was more independent in the beginning, before her health declined.
You handled it well. Good job.
I don't want your praise. Those years meant more than you'll ever understand. Margaret gave me so much more than I gave her. I wish I could thank her one last time.
What could she have given you besides some basic experience? Sounds pretty worthless to me.
Funny how you never questioned why I didn't ask for money all these years, despite not having a job.
Never really thought about it. Had other things on my mind.
Well, here's something that might interest you. Margaret paid me for my care. Almost $100,000 annually from her retirement fund.
100? What? That's impossible!
She arranged for half her retirement to go to me each year. Standing right here in her favorite room, looking at her empty chair. She told me she wanted to make sure I'd be okay after she was gone.
And you kept this secret from me? Your own husband?
She made me promise not to tell anyone, especially you. Her hands were shaking when she made me swear. I think now I understand why. She saw right through you.
Tell me exactly how much we're talking about here. Now.
Do the math, James. 10 years at roughly $100,000 per year.
$1 million? You're sitting on $1 million? Where is it?
She gave it to you directly? She told me she hadn't given you anything yet.
Yes, every penny is still there. Hold on, if that was just half her savings, there must be more. She couldn't have spent it all, right? Right?
I honestly don't know, and I really don't care.
Like hell you don't. I deserve that money. I'm not some vulture picking over a dead woman's accounts. Where are her papers? The financial statements. She always kept them in that drawer by her bed. You haven't thrown them out, have you? We need her passwords, account numbers, everything.
I don't know where anything is, James. And even if I did, I wouldn't help you raid your dead mother's accounts. The very thought makes me sick.
You stupid useless. Do you have any idea how much money we're talking about?
I can hear Margaret's wind chimes on the porch from here. She loved that sound. And you're in here, screaming about her money before she's even cold.
Oh, drop the innocent act. You played sweet caregiver just to get her money. Bet you planned this from the start.
You dare accuse me of acting? I gave up my career, my life, everything to care for her. I was here every single day, holding her hand through doctor's visits, reading to her at night, cooking her favorite meals even when my feet were killing me. I didn't even know she had money until she insisted on paying me. She saw my dedication, something you never did. Weren't you just praising my caregiving 5 minutes ago? Now suddenly I'm a con artist?
Give me that money.
That money was Margaret's gift to me. You have no right to it.
You should be grateful I told you anything. Mother wanted me to have everything. I won't betray her wishes by giving you a cent. That money was meant for me. Mine.
If that were true, she would have given it to you herself.
She only gave it to you because you fooled her with your perfect daughter-in-law act. Poor sweet Sarah, so devoted and caring. You better move fast. Insurance companies love denying claims. Clock's ticking.
Insurance? What are you talking about now?
The life insurance policy, of course. Where is it? She must have paperwork somewhere.
I don't know anything about that.
Don't move! Don't touch anything! I'm coming to look for it right now.
You are not taking any documents from this house.
Just try and stop me.
Get out. Go find a hotel. I can't even look at you right now. The sound of your voice in her house makes me sick.
Fine by me. I can't stand looking at you either. What the hell is wrong with you?
What now?
A lawyer just showed up at my door. Said Mom left a will.
Did she? What does it say?
She cut me out completely, gave money to your parents for their retirement, and left everything else to you. Something about starting a new life. This is insane.
I had no idea she'd do something like this.
You really expect me to believe that? You manipulated her, turned her against me. She was old and vulnerable. You're nothing but a con artist.
Brainwashing? Really, James? That's what you're going with?
Stop playing innocent. I see right through your act.
Was there anything else from the lawyer?
Just that it's legally binding, notarized and everything.
She managed to do all this without me knowing. She really was remarkable until the end.
The will was full of nonsense about how you worked hard while I supposedly did nothing but lay around the house all day. Said you shouldn't ever have to work again after all you've done.
I never imagined Margaret cared about me this deeply. She truly was an amazing person, through and through.
This isn't right. None of this is right.
What exactly isn't right about it, James?
She was my mother. What kind of lies did you tell her while you were watching her? You must have poisoned her mind against me.
I never said anything about you to her, good or bad. I didn't need to.
Don't you think it's strange she likes you more than her own son? You're nothing, Sarah, just some nobody I needed for help. Why would she give everything to you instead of me? Let me see the letter, or at least send me a picture or copy of it. I know you won't give me the original document.
I'm throwing this letter in the garbage. I can't even look at it anymore. If you want to read it so badly, you can dig through the trash yourself.
That's from your mother-in-law. You can't just throw away her final letter because you don't understand her feelings right now.
I don't care about her feelings anymore. You manipulated her all this time anyway.
So you're really not going to give it to me? Fine. If I'm mentioned in the will, I can probably get a copy from the lawyer. I'll try that route instead.
I'm not going to waste my breath trying to get through to you anymore. I'll meet with the lawyer tomorrow at the house.
Fine, but make sure you're not there when I come by. Just leave the letter somewhere and go find somewhere else to be until I'm gone. I don't want to see your face.
I've read through Margaret's letter again. It moved me to tears. The way she cared for me, exactly as much as I cared for her. I've made up my mind to honor everything she wished for. That was my plan all along, honestly. I've talked with my parents about everything too. They said they'll accept their share of the inheritance if that's truly what Margaret wanted and if I'm comfortable with it.
What are you talking about?
Your mother knew you far better than you thought, James. She saw through every single thing. I think this was her way of apologizing to my parents. She knew I hadn't seen them in 10 years because I was always here caring for her. Never even had time to think about making a trip home. She was thinking of me right until the end. I mentioned to her that my father was very sick recently. The treatment costs were more than we could possibly afford, so they've been putting it off. Now, thanks to Margaret, we can finally get him the help he needs.
Who cares about trips to see your parents? That's nothing special. As my wife, your duty was to stay home and do what I told you. Visits to your stupid parents don't matter at all. What did she have to be grateful for anyway? You just did the absolute bare minimum.
I did everything I possibly could. Don't you dare call it the bare minimum. I gave up my entire life to help your mother.
What are you even talking about?
But you know what? You're right in one way. It wasn't hard work most of the time because I genuinely wanted to help her. I wasn't trapped here with her, I chose to stay by her side.
You only did any of that because I told you to. If anyone deserves thanks, it should be me.
No, you tricked me into this marriage just because you were sick of taking care of your own mother. You didn't want to do the work yourself, so you selfishly tried to pass it off to someone else.
That is not what happened.
Then tell me what it was, you rat.
I don't have to explain anything to you.
In all these years, you never once offered to help with her care. Even when I was crying, telling you how much I missed my family and begged to see them again. You wouldn't look after her for even 1 week. And you wouldn't let me hire a nurse either, you insisted it had to be me.
You had it easy. Don't give me that. All you had to do was sit around the house with her all day. I'm not paying some stranger when you could do it for free. If you wanted to see your family so badly, you could have driven down for a few hours.
A few hours? We live on opposite sides of the country, you idiot. I would need to fly just to see them. It's not something I could do in 1 afternoon.
Then you're just too slow. You could have met them halfway or something. Not my problem.
I couldn't even go halfway. I was with your mother 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I couldn't leave at all. How are you not understanding this?
You're the one who chose not to see your parents.
I didn't choose any of this. Just because I refused to abandon your mother doesn't mean I didn't desperately want to see my parents.
Stop blaming me for everything. It's getting really annoying. You made your own decisions. Don't try to pin this on me.
You're right about one thing, I did make these decisions. So I'll be the one to fix everything too. Or end it, that might be a better way to put it. I'm going to honor both your mother's wishes and yours. I want to proceed with the divorce, just like you asked for. I assume you still want that? I believe it's what your mother would have wanted too.
Wait, hold on. Let's not rush into anything. We can work this out. Try again. I didn't really mean what I said.
Now you've changed your mind? What happened to being so eager to get rid of me?
I've been thinking it over. Divorce is complicated. Could take months. Besides, I'd really miss having you around. I spoke too quickly earlier without thinking it through.
You really believe that's the kind of thing someone says by accident? You've been planning this for a while, haven't you?
Yes, but I wasn't in my right mind.
You explicitly said you had no more use for me. That's not something that just slips out by accident.
That came out wrong. I just meant you don't have to be Margaret's caretaker anymore. You don't need to be useful to be my wife. Think about it. We can finally spend real time together.
You can't even come up with a decent excuse for what you did.
I'm telling the truth. This is all just a big misunderstanding. We haven't had any time alone for so long since you were always with Mom. It's been really hard. I guess I was just frustrated and took it out on you.
So you missed me so much that you told me to leave forever? That makes absolutely no sense. You said what you said, and no amount of excuses will change that. I don't believe a word.
Please, just hear me out.
How many more lies are you going to invent? The truth is simple, you didn't need me anymore, so you threw me away.
No, I only said it because you seemed so upset. I thought you'd want to leave to avoid thinking about Mom. I was trying to help you.
You really can't stop lying, can you? First it was frustration, now you're claiming you did it to help me? Which version should I believe? The truth is you wanted me out of your life completely. I won't go back to someone who treats people like disposable objects. After everything I've sacrificed, I deserve much better. Margaret would say the same thing.
No, wait! Just calm down so we can talk about this properly.
I am perfectly calm. You're the one who needs to calm down. You made this decision, now live with it. Stop trying to backtrack and stand by your choices for once.
That's not what's happening here.
You can't commit to anything. You're just running away from the truth.
You're not understanding me at all.
How could I possibly be freaking out? I don't want to lose you. I am absolutely certain I should never take you back. You have a better chance of growing wings and flying than that ever happening. Try behaving like a grown adult for once and accept the consequences of your actions. Maybe after you've matured, you'll be capable of maintaining a real relationship.
Oh, now I understand. You just don't want to share the money. That's what you've been after all along.
Are we really back to this again? You think I'm stealing everything and running away because you don't trust me with the money? I'm not stealing anything. That money was never yours to begin with.
Of course you'd spend it. It's not even yours. You've been lying this whole time. You knew about this inheritance and planned to leave from the start. You just want to keep everything for yourself.
I've already told you I didn't know about the money until afterward. It was a thank you gift from Margaret. I never asked for it or expected anything.
You're lying. Maybe if you hadn't abandoned your own mother, she would have left you something too. You never saw her, so how would you know if Mom gave me this willingly? You're making everything up. I knew my mother, and she loved me. She would never abandon me like this. Something isn't right here.
Managing everything alone was a full-time job, and it was incredibly hard sometimes. Of course, she appreciated my dedication. I couldn't earn anything after quitting my career. I couldn't even get welfare because I was legally your housewife. You left me with nothing, but Margaret made sure I'd be okay.
You chose to quit your job. You were a housewife. You didn't need welfare. I never heard you complain before about it being difficult. You're just making up stories for sympathy.
I gave up everything for both of you because I truly believed you loved me. I trusted you to take care of me when I devoted my entire life to helping her.
You only helped to trap me into marriage. You expect me to support you while giving nothing in return. Fine, you win. You did the bare minimum and somehow got everything for it. The moment she dies, you grab the money and run. Unbelievable.
I've been thinking about something lately. You didn't show any sadness at all when she passed away. She was your mother, supposedly the most important person in your life. Were you not grieving at all? Were you hiding it? I don't know what to believe anymore.
I don't need to justify my feelings to you. You're just trying to change the subject. Besides, I already said I give up. Your mind is made up. You're not coming back. You got your money. There's nothing else here you want.
You're projecting your own motives onto me, James. You're the one who wanted to cut and run with the money.
Of course you'd say that. History is written by the victors, right? You got the money, so naturally you think you're the good guy.
It's not that complicated. Where do you come up with these ideas?
There's no point being sad about her being gone. Being sad won't bring her back. Better to just move on.
Even if you weren't close, she was your family. Everything changes when you lose a parent. When I lost my second cousin, I was devastated for weeks. This was your mother.
Don't be such a hypocrite. You're only acting fine because you got the money. She was supposedly family to you too, but I haven't seen you grieving.
We haven't been together since she passed, you idiot. I've barely thought about the money. I've been grieving nonstop, can barely function some days. I needed this time alone to process everything and remember her.
If you haven't even thought about the money, you clearly don't need it. Just give it to me and we'll both be happy.
No! I'm not giving you the money.
See, you're just a liar. People show their true colors during times like this.
You certainly have. But fine, if you're going to be like this, let's make a deal. My parents keep their share, that's non-negotiable. But I'm willing to split my portion with you, or at least give you some.
Wait, are you serious?
It comes with conditions. You'll have to agree to my terms first.
Okay, fine, whatever you want. Just tell me.
First, we finalize the divorce. That happens before you see a penny.
Done. I didn't want to stay married to you anyway. Let's start the paperwork right now.
Second condition, I keep the house and you move out immediately.
What? But that's my house.
It was our house, and now it comes with my money. Want the money? Give me the house. I don't trust you not to sell all Margaret's belongings, given how desperate you are for cash. You'll get enough money to find a new place anyway, so it shouldn't be an issue.
I suppose you have a point. Keep the house and you're stuck with all those expenses. No point having such a big place for one person. The property tax alone is insane. You'll just waste money.
Yes, that's exactly right.
So you agree to that?
Fine by me. You can have the house. Anything else? Is that everything I need to agree to? That covers everything I need from you.
I expected more demands. You're being weirdly reasonable about this.
If you agree to both conditions, we can proceed with the divorce. But we're putting everything in writing and having it notarized. I don't trust your promises.
That's fine by me. Can't wait to be rid of you. These terms actually work in my favor. Looking forward to never seeing you again. Hey.
Answer me. Well, if it isn't the rat. Never expected to hear from you again.
Finally, we need to talk. I can't believe how you cheated me.
Cheated you? How exactly?
Don't play dumb. You took the house.
We had an agreement about the house, remember?
But not for this. You destroyed it. I drove by and saw an apartment complex where our house used to be.
I didn't trick you about anything. You gave me complete rights to the house. That was our deal. The house wasn't that big, but we had all that land around it. Perfect size for a small apartment complex.
What about all that talk about property taxes? Are you paying for all this?
I didn't lie about the taxes. They were expensive then for a single-family home. They're much lower now for this type of building, especially since property taxes have gone down. And yes, I'm handling all the expenses.
How did you afford to build this? We split the money. You shouldn't have had enough.
You're right, I shouldn't. My half of the split wasn't nearly enough for this project.
Then where did all this money come from?
Remember the life insurance? Margaret left that to my parents. They helped me with this. We paid for Dad's medical treatment and still had plenty left. So we all decided to invest in this apartment building together. My parents and I live here together now actually. We have the entire top floor to ourselves.
How can you possibly afford all this? You must have used all the money to build it. How are you not completely broke?
Rent prices have increased significantly in recent years, and I knew I'd need stable income now that I'm on my own. I didn't want to rely on my parents for support anymore. The rental income from my tenants gives me more money than I ever had when we were married. Investing everything in this project was a huge risk, but I've already earned back more than my initial investment.
Oh, please tell me this is some kind of sick joke.
You're upset, aren't you? Seeing me doing so well while you're struggling. It's not my fault you agreed to my terms without thinking them through. You had your chance and you threw it away.
You claimed you missed my mother. You're nothing but a liar. If you really missed her, you wouldn't have destroyed everything she owned. Now we have nothing left of her. You just wanted her money and her property all along.
Actually, I kept all of her most treasured belongings. I display them proudly in my living room as a reminder of how much she helped me. I have many of her precious things here on our floor where I live with my family. Margaret wouldn't have wanted me struggling to maintain an empty house I could barely afford.
I can't believe this. You are absolutely the worst person I've ever met.
Is that all you wanted? Just to complain about the apartment? I'm tired of going in endless circles with you. We could argue forever and never get anywhere.
Yeah, well, you see.
Let me guess before you finish typing. You've run through your entire half of the money already, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
You burned through everything your mother left you on worthless things, I bet. Let me guess, you looked up the house hoping I'd sold it, thinking you could borrow money from me. Then you saw the apartment complex and panicked, worried I might be broke too. How close am I?
Yeah, that's exactly right. How did you figure all that out?
Because I know you all too well, James. We were together for many years. I know exactly how you operate. You're driven by one thing and one thing only, money. You never think about anything except yourself and how to get more.
What's that supposed to mean exactly?
You've always been this way, even during our marriage. Right from the beginning when you abandoned your mother and made me her caretaker. You just wanted her close by so you could get your hands on her money, right? You're not hard to figure out, James. People obsessed with money never change.
Okay, I get it. Just shut up. Stop going on about all this.
I'm only stating the facts, aren't I? Not a single lie here. What's the problem? I have every right to speak my mind.
No, that's not it at all. Look, you said you're making more than ever before. Nobody needs that much money. You've got more than enough. Why don't we split it? We divided everything else after all. I don't even need half of it. Just a quarter of the income would do. Or even just 10%. Hell, even 5%. I used to live there too. It's only fair.
What? That's absolutely not happening, James. I'm actually shocked you have the audacity to ask something like that. I wouldn't give you a single penny of my money if my life depended on it.
Why not? Don't be like this.
Shouldn't I be saying that to you? Look at you begging already, it's pathetic. Why do you think you deserve any of the money that I worked so hard to earn?
I used to live there too. That land was just as much mine as it was yours.
Key words there, used to. Remind me again who voluntarily agreed to give me the property? Can you remember who made that decision?
Don't get sarcastic with me. You only got it because you lied about what you were planning to do.
What exactly did I lie about?
You never told me the whole truth. You just mentioned selling the house to hide your real plans. Why aren't you helping me now? First you lied, then you kicked me out into the streets. What is wrong with you?
I'm finally enjoying my life right now. I'm truly happy where I am. I have my parents with me, my own place, and a stable income. My parents get to live here completely rent-free. Is that what you're thinking? Trying to find some weakness to exploit? Figure that if I'm supporting them already, one more person won't matter? Just let you live here too, or at least share some of the money. And what exactly would I get out of that arrangement? You're completely broke and unemployed now, right? So no job either. What could you possibly have to offer me?
Wait a minute, how do you know I quit my job?
I called your old boss a while back, just out of curiosity really. He told me you gave your notice the very day after we split the inheritance money. Said he was really upset, and when he asked why you were leaving, you told him you'd never need to work again, you could live off your mother's inheritance for the rest of your life. Did you seriously think that money would last your whole life? I'm actually surprised you gave them notice instead of just disappearing. That's unusually considerate for you. And you still haven't found another job even after running out of money. Have you just decided you're done working forever?
Oh, shut up. You were perfectly fine with the divorce from the beginning. You suggested it first. We've had no legal connection for a year, and you haven't contacted me once, so clearly you don't want anything to do with me anyway.
I'm not responsible for taking care of you anymore. You destroyed that relationship yourself a long time ago.
How can you possibly be this cold and heartless?
I'm just being honest, exactly like you were. You don't get to criticize everything I've done wrong. Everyone makes mistakes. Stop throwing mine in my face. You're the one who reached out to me. I wasn't going out of my way to insult you. Seeing your message today put me in a terrible mood. Can you blame me for being upset?
I really do want to work, I swear. But I can't. My old boss won't take me back. Says they're fully staffed now and don't want unreliable employees.
Oh, so now you're willing to work again? You must really be desperate. Quitting a great job because you thought you were set for life was bad enough, but crawling back to the same place after blowing through all your money? That's a new low, even for you.
I only quit because I thought the money was enough. It seemed like I could live on it forever.
Obviously you couldn't, but your boss won't listen to your excuses now. That's what happens when you're naive.
I had no idea how fast the money would disappear. Rent, bills, everything cost so much more than I expected.
I knew you were irresponsible, but I thought even you would understand that amount isn't enough to retire on. Guess you're even more foolish than I thought.
I just didn't understand then, but I've learned my lesson now. Everyone's naive when they're young.
This all happened just 1 year ago, you rat. You're hardly older and wiser now.
Please, I'm begging you. Let me stay just for a little while. It doesn't have to be permanent. I want my job back, but I need somewhere to stay until I can convince him. I need food and clothes for interviews. Please just lend me some money. I promise I'll pay you back.
Absolutely not. That's never going to happen.
What am I supposed to do? I have nowhere to go. I'm already late on rent and about to get evicted.
Don't worry too much. There are plenty of homeless shelters in the area. People donate clothes and food to them all the time.
No way. I'm not staying in a shelter with drug addicts who don't understand the value of money.
That's an incredibly cruel way to talk about homeless people. Don't put them in the same category as yourself. Besides, taking care of you isn't my responsibility anymore. That ended the moment our divorce was final. You made terrible choices, now you have to face the consequences. Quitting your job was monumentally stupid. Who retires at your age? Go find new work and learn how the real world operates, James. I ended up blocking James after that final conversation. He just wouldn't stop trying to manipulate me. But I'm thriving without him. The rental income is more than enough, and I've become good friends with many of my tenants. They've helped me stay strong in my decisions whenever I started feeling guilty. My father has completely recovered now. Both my parents are enjoying their retirement, living comfortably with me. I'm grateful I can take care of them in their golden years. As for James, I have no idea what happened to him after I blocked him. Maybe he found work, maybe he went to a shelter. He could be homeless now for all I know, but I've stopped caring. He made his own choices. It's not my responsibility to save him. Even if I saw him begging on the street, I wouldn't change my mind. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!